Good afternoon. Welcome now to Kennett, Missouri in Indian Park. I'm Frankie Castile, and it is time for Poplar Bluff Mules Baseball. Mules opening up SEMO Conference play on the road. It is a gorgeous afternoon here in Kennett. Right now, a few clouds, a little bit on the windier side, but should be no issues for this contest. Sit back and relax. It is Mules Baseball coming your way live on today's Talk KWOC. And welcome back inside the broadcast booth. We are set up right behind a home plate, and we are just moments away from joining head coach John David Patillo. He will join us in just a few moments. Matter of fact, we will go to him on the field because we are live on the radio. We are also live on Facebook and on YouTube here this afternoon for this heavily anticipated matchup between our Mules as they take on the Indians out of Kennett. And of course, you look at Poplar Bluff this season, they are coming in 1-2 overall. Kennett right now 1-1. The Indians, they've got a brutal week coming up of high school baseball today here against Poplar Bluff, and then of course coming up on tomorrow they're going to be taking on the Dexter Bearcats as well. There is a lot going on with both teams, and we are going to be seeing both of these teams up close and personal here in a mere matter of moments. And of course our first pitch coming up this afternoon right at 4:30, and then we'll have a few days off, and then once we get into the weekend coming up on Saturday, we will have a doubleheader coming your way. Much more on that coming up during our broadcast. In the meantime, this is our first games of the season for Poplar Bluff. And of course, over the weekend, we decided to stay back because we were doing a lot of things when it comes to the tornado coverage and the cleanup efforts. We wanted to make sure that we had everything under control there. So that is why we were not able to travel to Branson this past weekend. Coming up, we'll go over those games in its entirety as the Mules went 1 out of 2 over the weekend. They are now 1-2 on the season, and they are looking to bounce back this afternoon against a very good team out of Kennett. We are moments away from being joined by head coach John David Patillo. He will join us in just a few moments. Matter of fact, we are waiting for I.O. to begin for Poplar Bluff, and as soon as I.O. begins, we will take our broadcast on the field, and we will talk to the head coach live for the first time this season and get his thoughts on this matchup. As a matter of fact, I believe we are just moments away now from our interview with head coach John David Patillo. We'll go to a break in just a moment, and when we come back, we will have our live interview on the way with the head coach John David Patillo. That is all coming up and so much more as we continue with Mules Baseball. Once again, we are live in Kennett. We're going to step away for just a few moments, and when we come back, we'll be joined by the head coach here. Matter of fact, he's going to do I.O. I believe he's going to start. Oh, he says he'll come, I believe he'll come over here, so we'll stay put, and we'll let Coach go ahead and do his I.O., and then we will be joined by head coach John David Patillo. In the meantime, we're going to go to a quick timeout, and when we come back, our pregame show continues. It is the Mules and the Indians. We are live here in Kennett. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. We are back here live, and we're going to be joined coming up with head coach John David Patillo. He is walking this direction as we speak. We'll let him get mic'd up, and for the first time this season, we'll be joined by the head coach here to get his thoughts on this upcoming matchup. It is a SEMO Conference game, his Mules against the Indians out of Kennett. And first off, Coach, welcome back here. What a great season, and Poplar Bluff coming in 1-2 overall, but 3 very good ball games, very good teams, leads us to today in the SEMO Conference. You got to have that mic a little bit down. There you go, Coach.
I got you. It was on my head.
A little bit rusty there.
Yes.
Let's talk about this season so far, 1-2. What are some things that you like about this season so far? And on the flip side, what are some things that you guys worked on Sunday and Monday to get ready for Kennett here tonight?
Well, the big thing is just making sure everybody is all involved in the game at all times. And, you know, you get back in the how I want to say this, the routine of things.
Routine, sure.
But the big thing is you're concentrating on doing so many fundamental things that you sometimes forget about really working as a team and working together in all things that you do. And that's been a big focus for us for the last couple days.
On the mound today, you're going to go with one of your seniors, Noah Spain, getting his second start of the season. He pitched 4 1/3 innings going back to last Friday. What is it about this kid that gives you confidence in a big game like this? He can go the distance and get some really good innings for his game.
Well, the big thing is Noah throws strikes. He's very consistent. He's done a great job for us for the last couple of years, and so you know, we expect him to come out and keep us in the game, and hopefully we can get our bats going. And you know, if we do our job behind him, I know he's going to do a good job on the mound.
I know, looking at your lineup top to bottom, one thing that you have is a lot of experience on this lineup. Matter of fact, the first 5 or 6 batters are juniors and seniors. How does that play mindset-wise for this baseball team with all the depth and the experience you guys have?
Well, that's all great, and these kids have played a lot of baseball with us now for a couple of years. The big thing is, like I said, we've got to come together as a group and play well together. And that's going to be our focus here in the next few weeks. The baseball part of it's going to get better, we know, but we've got to work together, build this group. You know, you take for granted the fact that the group that we had last year, you know, we had some great leaders, and these guys are finding their way in their leadership roles.
And then today, obviously, Spain, you're hoping, can go the distance. If not, who's going to be in the bullpen early if need be today?
Probably Ryan will be first off, you know, back in pitching, and of course he'll be playing third base.
Sure.
He'll probably be the first one, and then we'll kind of go from there.
And, of course, in your mind, Coach, as we are less than 15 minutes now until the opening pitch to beat Kennett and get to 1-0 in the SEMO Conference. First off, I would assume by this team, by talking to them, obviously winning a SEMO Conference is going to be high on their list this season for goals, correct?
Oh, yes. And this is that first step, and we talked about that a while ago in our meeting. You know, we got to take the first step of playing really good baseball and doing good things, doing things right, and that's going to be our focus.
And then, of course, in your mind, Coach, to beat Kennett, getting back to 500, 1-0 in the conference, what's it going to come down to in your mind?
We need to play really well defensively, play well behind Noah, and then we just need to string some runs together every couple innings, or, you know, every inning. We need to have the goal of scoring 2 or 3 at a time and just have that mindset.
All right, Coach, best of luck to you. Go get them, and we'll see you guys afterwards. What do you say?
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right, head coach John David Patillo joining us live on the pregame. We are under 15 minutes away from the first pitch here this afternoon in Kennett. It is the Mules and the Indians. It should be a really good matchup coming up. Can't wait for this one. Overcast skies right now. The wind's blowing straight out towards center field. We got here, it was a little bit windier than it is right now, but the good news is some of that wind has went away, and we are expecting a really good night of high school baseball. Want to welcome in the second member of our broadcast team here this season, a good friend of ours, Brandon Spain, joining us once again this season. It is good to have you back on the air, my friend.
It is good to be back. It is good to be sitting here with you guys, and it's good to be at the baseball field.
It really is. Take away the gnats, it's a really good day. We've got gnats and wasps here, but it's okay. That means it's springtime.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So you were in Branson over the weekend. So tell me in your mind how you feel it went for the Mules. And obviously 1 win, 2 losses, but 3 really good teams that's setting us up now for the SEMO Conference opener on the road in Kennett.
Yeah, you know, first game we got the win, then we took 2 on the chin on Saturday against 2 really, really good teams between Glendale and Lebanon, and you know, but there's a lot of things that you know we're still working through and kind of beating the dust off, if you will, and all that stuff. I'm very confident in our players and what they're capable of doing, and hitting the ball, fielding the ball, as I'm sure Coach Patillo mentioned, you know, just things you want to clean up as the season goes on. We're still early on, but if memory serves me correct, that's kind of how we started last year. We came out with a win at the beginning. We went and played a doubleheader, dropped both of those. Then we went on a winning streak.
We did.
And so I hope.
And one of those teams that we beat was Kennett last season by 1 run, 13-12.
Yeah, and I went deep into extra innings on that game at home, and that really got everything really motivated for us, and I hope we can do that again today and get on that winning streak and just start blazing a trail.
You know, I was talking with the team yesterday. I went to the ball field, kind of watched them at practice, and Coach Patillo had them all huddled up, and they were talking about the weekend and what happened, what they liked and didn't like. And one thing that I got the consensus from the team, more so than the coaches, the team wasn't happy with the way they played together, and they want to change all that here today. So if you give momentum, I would say the Mules right now, momentum-wise, I give them the edge because they act and look as if they're ready for a big game against a really good opponent in the SEMO Conference, and they want to come out here and they want to play mistake-free baseball this afternoon.
Well, sometimes, you know, and no matter what sports you're playing, you know, you want to work through those things early on. And when the players buy into that, when the team buys into that, that mindset, to clean it up, to take the leadership, to take the charge on that, you're in for a good season. And it's good to figure that out early on. You don't want to figure that late. You don't want to, you know, start falling apart at the beginning or at the end. So, man, if you experience that early on and say, you know what, this is not who we are, this is not our identity, this is not how we want to play, we're going to clean it up, then you're in, you know, hopefully for a great season.
Absolutely, and, you know, I was looking at our schedule, and it's amazing because we play today, we'll get a few days off, and then Saturday a big doubleheader. And to me, our season really begins next week because after that, then it's a marathon.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be a full head-on sprint, you know, and with the high school season, and then, of course, I have 2 that play junior high.
I was going to say, you've got some youngsters, too.
As well, and so, I mean, our calendar is full, and we're going to be at the baseball field, but, hey, we love it. We just want to value and cherish all those moments. But, man, we're just really excited to have baseball back.
Absolutely. All right, so we are now under 10 minutes away. Coming up, we will introduce you our starting lineups for the first time here this season. We'll meet our Mules, and, of course, first pitch coming up in under 10 minutes. Don't forget, this game is broadcasted live on the radio on 93.3 FM, 930 AM. Also streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. We're going to step away for about 3 minutes. We'll come right back with the opening pitch. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball Live on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. We are back, and if you're watching us on Facebook and on YouTube, you are watching the two coaches, Aaron New and head coach John David Patillo, exchange lineups. And tell you what, we've got Brandon. We've got some really good officials here for today's ball game. Brian Chilton behind the plate, also Jordan Penn in the field. Should be a very good called ball game this afternoon.
Yeah, and this may be their first game of the season as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but
I don't think it's Brian's first game of the season. Something tells me he's done a few games already. Knowing Brian the way I think I do.
Well, then, but I'm sure they're excited to be back out on the field and early on in the season. So
it's going to be a lot of fun here as both of the coaches now just getting last-minute instructions, and we are just moments away. They got a softball game going on here as well. Kennett taking on New Madrid, and then, of course, we've got the Bluff game going on. Baseball-wise, lots of people here at Indian Park, and I can't wait for that first pitch to begin. Under 7 minutes away at our first broadcast for the season. Of course, the Mules already 1-2 on the year. Hopefully, they'll get back to 500 after tonight and get to 1-0 on the season in the SEMO Conference.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game for our boys, especially going into our home opener this weekend. But to be able to come to a SEMO Conference game and play right here at Kennett, big win against Kennett last year. 2 years ago when we played here, it was a different story for us, and it ended early. So I'd like to see that change today.
Absolutely, and we're going to be meeting Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Russians Towing, Baldwin Toyota, Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners, Mossy Oak Properties, and Poplar Bluff Monument Works, proud supporters of the Poplar Bluff Mules. Looks like we're going to get a change here coming in from Coach Aaron New. Believe instead of Wilson, we're going to get a pinch hitter to come in. And I believe it will be Jackson Patterson. Number 11 will be the pinch hitter in this spot. He'll bat in the 9 position here in the order. Possibly going to be the new pitcher as well, coming in for the top of the 4th.
Bottom 3, right?
Excuse me?
Bottom 3, right?
Yeah, bottom 3.
You said top of the 4th.
He'll come in the top of the 4th.
Oh, I see what you did there. You talking about the pitcher in the top of the 4th.
Try to confuse me.
No, you're confusing me, man.
I was like, wait a minute there, Wheelis. I know I'm not that senile. Here's the first pitch coming from Spain, a little bit low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 ball, no strikes here in the home half of the 3rd inning. Mules lead 3-0 over the Indians. Awaiting on deck is Caleb Duncan back to the top of the lineup. This one right back to the pitcher. Good job by Spain. Care to commentate on that one, my friend?
I mean, heads-up play right there. That's always something you fear a little bit as a pitcher, one coming right back at you, but luckily there's a bounce. He was able to get the leather on it, slide on over there to first, and underhand it to first baseman Drew Cooper. So great job by Noah right there getting the first out.
Grandma Jackie tuning in this afternoon along W Highway. Glad that baseball is back in. Duncan walked his first time. Stands in the righty versus the righty. Spain comes set. 1 pitch, 1 down. Or make that 2 pitches, 1 down. There's 1 outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Boy, I tell you what, coming up here, not this weekend, but starting after this weekend, Mules have a couple of big road trips on the way to St. Louis and Canterton coming up.
Yeah, definitely going to be on the road quite a bit. Just barely misses downstairs on that one, 2-0 count.
I like being at home, but I like the road trips too,
yeah,
depending on where we're going.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to see some pretty cool places, some cool ballparks. And
2 balls and no strikes. Here Spain comes set. Here is the 2-0 pitch. This one, a rocket shot right to Johnson at shortstop, over to first base in time. 6-3, 2 down in the inning.
Great job by Miles right there, just getting down and letting that ball come right to him. A great throw. Great job by Drew Cooper again. 2 quick outs.
And that's one thing they talked about at practice yesterday while I was there, was making sure and playing the hop. He talked about, you know, the way the ball is hit on natural grass versus turf.
Absolutely.
And so far, the kids, they've really bought in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different role. It's a different feel when you play on natural versus turf. And obviously the Mules, they practice and play on turf. So when you come to a field like this, you got to make adjustments. And great job by Miles right there making that adjustment.
No balls and 1 strike here. Good pitch by Spain. He has thrown 6 in the inning so far. Mules lead at 3-0 here in the bottom of the inning. There's a ground ball hit sharply right to Tanchavez over to first base in time. And it goes 5-3 on the out. No runs, no hits. They go 1, 2, 3. It took 7 pitches. It'll be Huffman, Bell, and Tanchavez when we come back. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. So it took just 7 pitches in that last inning for Spain, and he gets out of the inning. And now they're going to go ahead and send Wilson back in to pitch here. And this one is popped straight up by Huffman out towards center field. Gilmore going over to make the catch out there in center field. A 1 pitch and 1 down here in the top of inning number 4. That one goes F8 on the out. Good job by Gilmore as he was able to really make a good, strong move and get underneath that one. So now Bell coming up to the plate for the Mules. Ground, or I should say, popped out to first base his first time. Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Brandon, 2-sport athlete for the Mules, playing football and baseball, and just, man, like I said earlier, his first at bat, he's just a great kid. He's a lot of fun to watch, and been able to watch him grow up. Great stroke right there.
This one's going to go foul down the third base line.
That hit hard.
Yes, it was. That's why I like being right up on the fence. You can hear the crack of the bat every time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Already in the 4th inning. Haven't played an hour yet. 53 minutes, coming up on 54 minutes. This one's up high for a ball, 2-2 the count. I'll tell you what, the Mules in Class 5 at District 1 this season, and I tell you what, I like our chances coming up in the postseason.
Yeah, that came out the other day when we were in Branson, and so obviously a lot of people were talking about it. And
good job there by the pitcher, by Wilson. That was hit right back to him on the ground. Wilson over to Williams.
I tell you what I loved right there, though, too, is Brant. I mean, even though it was right back to the pitcher, he ran full sprint. He didn't take anything off because you never know what happened.
Oh, absolutely. So he ran full speed.
I love that effort right there. So
Tanchavez coming up to the plate. He walked his first time. Takes the first pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 down in the inning. Coming up in the home half, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Gilmore, Franklin, and Pruitt all due up. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count. Mules SEMO Conference opener on the road. And good pitch that time. 2 balls and a strike. By the way, coming up on Saturday, Mules will take on Twin Rivers and Van Buren. That'll be 11 and 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that is the plan.
This one up the middle for a base hit. Tanchavez gets in for a hit. He rounds first base and thought about it. Now he'll go back to first.
Kind of going opposite field right there for the right-handed batter, Ron Tanchavez, and great piece of hitting right there, going where the ball took him.
2 down in the inning, so he reaches base for a second time here today. And now Drew Cooper, the first baseman, don't want to jinx him, but man, he's done a great job at first base here today.
He really has. Drew's a utility kind of guy. He pitched for us while we were gone in Branson. He plays first. He plays a couple other positions. I'm sure he could probably even play outfield, and just grew up playing the game, so he can play multiple positions.
No balls and 1 strike. Good pitch by Wilson. Pitch number 60 coming up for the young man. Clouds overhead, not bad at all. Over to first base, not in time. Tanchavez able to slide in with no pressure there.
Ron didn't have a tremendous lead. They might have talked about that a little bit, getting kind of caught up a couple of different times.
Dylan Hall awaiting on deck. We'll see if Cooper here can get on base. Outside pitch, call it a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mules lead by 3 runs. Trying to climb back to 500 on the season, and more importantly, get that first win in the SEMO Conference.
Absolutely, be a big win right here if we can finish it out.
Popped up, this one is out toward right field. Sliding in is Neville. He's unable to make the catch, and now the runner advances to third base. Boy, good hit there. That was an excellent play there by Neville, who could not come up with it. So a long base hit by Cooper, and he is on first base.
Again, another great job by Drew going opposite field right there, advancing Tanchavez, and now we're back to the top of the lineup. Dylan Hall, he's 2 for 2. Let's make it 3 for 3 with an RBI.
Double and a single so far in the ball game. Coming in, batting .500 on the year so far. He's got 6 hits this season, 5 base hits and a double.
You think he's swinging at the first pitch?
He's looking to do that, I guarantee it. This one he pops up. This one is going to get out of play. Got to catch that, Tim. No balls and a strike. Runners on the corners for the Mules. Marcus Tabanera waiting on deck. Hall coming in, averaging .500 this season. 2 big hits already today. A double and a single. This one's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I'm sure Coach New told Wilson to try to keep it out of play as much as possible.
Absolutely. You want to, just kind of move around the corners. You want to paint the edges as much as you can.
1-1 the count. Just misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count. Mules have them on the corners. Tanchavez on third, Cooper on first. Cooper had a really nice hit to the opposite side. Outside, ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. So if you're Hall, what are you looking for here? 3 balls and 1 strike, you gonna take it?
Yeah, you're probably going to. Dylan's the type of hitter I'd give him a green light if he loves it, but he's got to love it right now. Yeah, it's his count, so he's completely in control of this situation.
3 balls and a strike to the Mules center fielder. Here's the pitch. Inside pitch is called a strike, and Cooper takes off, and he's on second.
Dylan wasn't too thrilled about that call, I don't think, but hey, he's going to battle right now. Senior leader right here.
And now first base is open. So Cooper now with a stolen base. He is on second. This one fouled away, just caught enough of it.
Great job of battling right there.
Still 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Mules senior. He's got a couple of runners in scoring position. So far this season, he is batting .667 with runners on second and third. There's a ground ball hit sharply to Anderson. Takes it on a hop and got him at first base. And the side is retired. Mules have 2 runners in scoring position. Can't bring anybody home. We go to the home half of the 4th. It'll be Gilmore, Franklin, and Pruitt. Couple of hits in the inning. Mules lead 3-0. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties Mozark Realty, our clients come first. Our team of full-time agents go the extra mile to make sure you are satisfied. At a glance, we are outdoorsmen, but if you dig deeper, you will find real estate experts ready to help you write the next chapter of your life. Contact any of the full-time agents of Mozark Realty at 712-2252 or online at mozark.com.
Tired of wondering where your meat comes from? Country Road Market has the answer. We're bringing the farm straight to your table. From fresh cuts to custom processing, we do it all. Bring us your deer, hog, or cattle, and let our expert butchers work their magic. Skip the grocery store and support your local farmers. Country Road Market is located at 558 County Road 507, just off Highway KK in Wapapillo.
Obviously, the teams have to.
And we are back here as we get ready for the top or make that bottom of the fourth inning. Gilmore, Franklin, and Pruitt all due up here for the Indians. Mules now lead. Mules lead 3-0 as we get ready for the bottom of the fourth inning. Before we go any farther on the radio side, let's go ahead and pause at 10 seconds for legal ID. You're listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. Just doing a legal ID on the radio real quickly. It is 5:29 on this Tuesday. I'm Frankie Castile alongside Brandon Spain as well as Tim Hicks. We are coming to you live here from Kennett, Missouri. So now Gilmore comes in. He popped out to second base his first time. It'll be a lefty versus a righty. We'll see what Spain has in store as he throws pitch number 40 in there for a called strike. Good pitch right down the middle. And we are underway in the home half of inning number 4.
Yeah, great way to start the inning right there. You know, your most important pitch is always that first strike, so.
They talked about that yesterday at practice as well, as trying to pitch from ahead versus from behind. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Seems like you learned a lot yesterday at practice.
I paid attention. I was very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Observational there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tim said you were astute.
Yeah, Tim wasn't nowhere near me yesterday. This one's a rip down to the right field. Good job there by the right fielder, by Huffman. Boy, Huffman just making that look routine out there.
Yeah, he didn't have to move a whole lot right there, thank goodness, and was able to make the grab, get that first out on the board.
1 down here in the inning, here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 down. Cash Franklin now coming up to the plate. He popped out to second base his first time back in the first. Spain comes set. Here's the pitch up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 the count. 1 down here in the 4th. Spain 43 pitches, 3 1/3 innings so far. He has given up 2 walks and struck out 2. Inside for a ball. That had some heat on it.
A little bit.
2 balls and no strikes. How's the family back in Tennessee, Brandon? I ain't forgot about them.
Oh man, they're doing good. I actually got a few coming up here. My brother and his family, they're going to try to come and watch the games this weekend. So
nice.
Mom and Dad are doing well, and
they coming up as well. They're going to stay back in Tennessee.
I think they're staying back in Tennessee this time. So my brother and them, they're all on spring break, so they're gonna roll to.
He owes me. Your dad owes me an ice cream, by the way. I'm still gonna collect on that.
I'm sure he will be glad to take you.
3 balls and no strikes. Lost him on 4 straight. 1 out walk here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Caden Pruitt now, the DH man, coming up to the plate.
You know, you hate to see that 4 straight pitches right there on, give a walk up. But, you know, it's an opportunity right now to kind of reset and
13 for 25.
settle yourself back in. We got
So Binkard is going to come in to run. Binkard is going to be the runner at first base as the Indians are down by 3 runs. Some speed out there on first base. Back over to
Got
first
it.
base
Got
and
it.
save.
Oh.
That was very, very close. Crafton Binkard almost got picked off there. He's a freshman. Almost got picked off. You know why I said your dad owes me an ice cream, right? You've already forgotten, I can already tell. Let me remind you of what happened a season ago.
Okay.
We were in Gulf Shores. We went out for Mexican one night. It was late.
It was
you were there.
fantastic.
It was amazing. Ball taken inside. 1 ball and no strikes. We were talking about going out for ice cream, but I had to be up early the next morning, so we took a rain check on that, and I haven't got that rain check yet. I've not forgot.
All right. I owe you.
I like that. I owe you. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on first base. Spain now gets set. Here's the pitch. Inside. There you go. Right down the middle. 1-1 the count.
Good comeback pitch right there.
Boy, I'm seeing something, you know, this season early by Spain, and you can just tell that another year under his belt, a lot of confidence here. 5 straight balls did not phase him at all. That was a great last pitch.
Oh.
This one, belt high, just missed for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, it's just an opportunity for him to battle right here. You know, you got to keep your composure, even if you're not getting the calls that you're getting. And he wants some of those, you can tell. But he's doing a great job. Just keep battling.
Mules have strung 8 hits together so far today. A couple of extra base hits, couple of doubles, and 6 singles so far in the ball game. Runner takes off up high. Dobbs with a cannon down to second base and got him. What a throw by Dobbs, and what a tag by Tabanera.
Great job by Dobbs. Great observation by Tab, knowing where the runner was sliding. He had to swing around him, apply the tag. Great job. Great pop time right there. I'd love to know what the pop time was for Bryce on that one. But as a pitcher right now, when you're not getting the calls that you want necessarily, to have your defense backing you up like that, getting these outs now with 2 outs for the Mules, just settle in. Let's just go get this out right here.
There's a rip. This one goes over the head of Johnson. Well, I tell you what, he gave that one a great effort, no doubt about it.
Great effort by Miles right there. In fact, I thought, no way, and then he looked like he really had an opportunity to do that. So great movement by him, great effort.
So now Pruitt ends up on first base with a base hit. So 2 down in the inning, runner on first base. First hit of the ball game allowed by Spain. There's a swing and a miss to Owen Williams. No balls and 1 strike. I was intentionally not talking about the hit category because I was trying not to jinx him.
Well, I was intentionally trying not to think about it, but
gotcha.
And Branson, the same thing. He gave up his first hit in the 4th inning, I'm pretty sure. Happened again here. Great curveball right here. Great movement on that one.
Well, I go back to the effort by Johnson, Miles Johnson on that base hit. That was a line drive and nearly come away with an excellent play.
I mean, right over the top of his glove, literally. I like I said, I didn't think he'd even have a chance, but he was.
He almost did. He got a glove on it.
He was right there. I mean, great athleticism by Miles.
Yeah, he's very athletic. This one in the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I like the pitch selection there by Noah Spain. Pitch number 55 coming up for the senior. 2 down in the inning. Mules lead at 3-0. Couple of runs in the 1st inning, 1 in the 3rd.
Yeah, great opportunity right now. Either, you know, off speed right here, trying to get him out in front of it.
Here is the 1-2 pitch. Ooh, this one. I think he fouled it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Once again, jammed him up high. Just got a little bit of the bat on it. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't think Dobbs thought it was fouled off for a second. That's what kind of confused me for a second.
Yeah, well, he popped up looking for it.
He did. Back over to first base, not in time. Good job by Cooper. Nice tag applied. Good to be outdoors, that's for sure. Waiting on deck is John Baker Brown. Up high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count is even. Coming up in the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Tabanera, Spain, and Dobbs. If anybody gets on, Miles Johnson will bat 4th in the inning. 2-2 the count. Here in Kennett, Mules lead 3-0. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Just misses downstairs. It's a full count.
Yeah, great opportunity right now just to be able to lock in and just go take care of it. Just got to focus on the batter right now.
3-2 the count. Runner on first base, so Pruitt will take off on the pitch. Spain looking back over at first base. Here is the pitch. Back over. It's going to get away from Cooper, and good job there by Cooper as he gets up quickly, and Pruitt unable to do anything there at first.
Yeah, he just kind of stopped in his tracks. Drew was able to move pretty quickly there and keep everyone in check.
Athletic director for Kennett, Mr. Seth McBroom, is tuning in this afternoon. He says, Tim, great job by all. Ground ball hit to Johnson. Oh, he couldn't take it. He tried to take it on the hop, and the runner will end up advancing to third base. So now runners on first and third.
I tell you, I know that's unfortunate for Miles and that transition right there. He had a great beat on that ball. But also commend right there, too, that when the ball got away from him, everyone moved, but they didn't throw it away. You know, they just held on to it and minimized the movement of the base runner. So
it ended up being a base hit and then an error on the shortstop there, allowing the runner to get to third base. Spain now. This one, first pitch is fouled away by John Baker Brown down the third base line. No balls and 1 strike. What I like about that last play is when the error occurred, it seemed like I was watching the field and a couple of Mules players just kind of told him, hey, it's okay, no harm, no foul, shake it off, and let's get ready for the next at bat.
That's what you got to do. I mean, you just got to keep your composure, got to shake it off, flush it, and move on to the next play.
No balls and 1 strike. Spain trying to get out of the inning. Pitch number 21 coming up for the senior. Good pitch. This one taken for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes.
All right, kid, let's go get him right here.
Spain a 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Tabanera to lead things off in the top of the 5th. Nice crowd here from Bluff here today this afternoon.
Absolutely. They're excited to have baseball back, too.
Yes, they are. No balls and 2 strikes. Spain now comes set. Here is the 0-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit sharply up the middle. Tabanera flips it over to second base to Miles Johnson on the fielder's choice. And that is how the side is retired. No runs come across. 2 left on base. We go to the top of the 5th. Mules still lead 3-0. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
We know that having a strong defense is key to winning any game. And that's why you need Edmondson and Holt, attorneys at law, by your side. Just like the Mules face challenges with grit and determination, Edmondson and Holt will handle your legal matters with that same drive and commitment. From complex cases to straightforward advice, Edmondson and Holt is the strong local defense you need. For a free consultation, call Edmondson and Holt at 573-785-0127.
Attention farmers. Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire is running a farm special on tractor tires until the end of the year. Yes, you heard that correctly. Until the end of the year, Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire carries all the big names you know and trust. They also offer all sizes. No matter what size tractor you have, they can get you taken care of. For all of your tractor tire needs, call Kevin's Auto Repair and Tire at 573-840-5053 and ask for Shannon Bradley. That's 573-840-5053.
And we are back as we get ready for the top of inning at number 5. And the Mules right now with a 3-0 lead as we go to the top of inning number 5. I tell you what, great job there by the Mules as they were able to, Spain was able to pitch around and get out of the inning with runners on the corners, still giving up no runs. And now the Mules going in to the 5th inning with a 3-run lead.
Yeah, a great opportunity right here for the Mules to add some insurance runs and create some cushion right there. Coming out, starting off with our 2-hole hitter with Marcus Tabanera, and got a new pitcher on the bump for the Indians. Looks like number 1.
Colton Neville looks like he's going to be the pitcher here.
Another lefty.
So moving over to play right field is going to be Hayden Gilmore.
I told them 25 and it's 15 for 22.
I know. They said I could probably call.
That's my bad.
If like maybe Monday.
So Leaker is going to be in the 9 spot. Here at the first pitch, and it's called a strike by Colton Neville there. No balls and a 1 strike.
It almost makes it sound easier to drive it. So that way you can
Great pick right there by the pitcher.
and not like in a hotel.
Got a 1-1 count. No outs, top of the 5th.
So actually Gilmore is going to stay at center field rather, and Leaker is going to move over and play right field. Will Leaker, he'll be in the 9 spot. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here is the lefty as he goes downstairs. Ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. It helps bring in binoculars to the ball field, I can tell you. It does help.
Yeah.
Tabanera is 1 for 2, and he's going to end up getting a leadoff walk, and he will be at first base. He's on base for the 2nd time in this ball game.
Yeah, great leadoff right there, being able to draw the walk and put yourself on the base.
Spain has doubled an RBI double back in the 1st inning, singled back in the 3rd. Would love to get on base for a 3rd time in this game. Tabanera leads away from first, in there for a called strike right down the pike. No balls and 1 strike. So 0-1 the count. Tabanera leads away from first base. Awaiting on deck is Bryce Dobbs. Tell you what, one thing about Bryce Dobbs, the SEMO Conference, if they don't know it by now, they'll soon learn. Don't want to test him on the plate, or on the base pads rather. This one's popped up to center field. Tabanera retreats back to first base.
Yeah, good swing right there. Just missed it just a little bit. Flying out to right center, but Tab stays on first base. And
1 down here in the 5th inning. Dobbs now with an RBI base hit back in the 1st, and a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. Dobbs coming off a huge season last year. A lot of power. He's only gotten stronger during the offseason, that's for sure. Strike is called, and no balls and 1 strike.
Absolutely. We've seen, out of the last 2 batters, we've seen first pitch curveballs. So you got to learn from that. And they've been strikes. So
Dobbs entering the game, batting .286 on the season. Love to get some insurance runs here. His team is up by 3 runs. Over to first base, and Tabanera slides in and no problem. A 1 ball, 1 strike. Tell you what, good job by Duncan there, not wasting any time.
No, I've always enjoyed watching catchers operate and being able to hop up and throw down behind the runner and stuff like that down at first base and third on the corner. So great effort right there by the catcher.
1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mules catcher. Tabanera takes off. They've got him in the rundown, and he is safe this time. Great job by Tabanera sliding underneath the tag.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I thought he might have dropped the ball too. I wasn't 100% sure, but again, these lefty pitchers, I mean, we've got caught a couple different times taking off right there. We've been fortunate twice to slide around it.
So now Tabanera's in scoring position. Dobbs here this season, he is batting. This one fouled away, and as Tim ducks, there's a fence there, my friend. Dobbs batting at .250 on the season with runners in scoring position. That was hit hard, by the way, just so you know.
It was.
You got the camera? Oh, he's like, ooh, close. We'll send that bill to Coach John David Patillo. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back over to second base, not in time as Tabanera slides in. So now Neville comes set. Pitch number 11 coming up in the inning. Good lead by Tabanera there at second base. Downstairs, it gets away. Tabanera takes off, and he's at third on the wild pitch.
Come on, Colton, you got it.
2 balls and 2 strikes with the runner on third base. Well, I tell you what, opportunities like this, you got to cash in if you're the Mules.
Yeah, you really do. We're just 1 out right now, and you got strong hitters coming up.
Here is the 2-2 pitch. Just got enough of it to stay alive.
Way to battle right there, Bryce. Way to battle, kid.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 here in the top of inning number 5. Mules lead by 3. They do have a runner in scoring position down at third base.
Everybody's coming in, playing the grass right now.
Trying to keep that runner on third base. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Dobbs calls timeout. Wisely calling timeout there.
Yeah, you just got to be comfortable in the box. You know, a lot of times people will tell the pitcher, hey, just go ahead and come through your motion. You know, that's how injuries can happen. But no one's able to hold up right there.
Dobbs now trying to advance or try to get an RBI here. Be his first RBI of the season. There you go. Get down, baby. Get down for a base hit. There you go. It'll be at least a double for the Mules catcher. And Dobbs has his first RBI of the season. It is a 1-out double. And now the Mules now lead 4-0.
Great piece of hitting right there by Bryce as he went right center field. Put it in the gap, able to stand up double right there. Miles Johnson coming to plate for the Mules.
That was just an excellent piece of hitting there by the Mules catcher.
Yeah, Seagraves coming in to run.
So now the Mules here leading at 4-0 as Dobbs does his job. And now Seagraves will be on second base. Johnson had a big base hit, or make that a walk rather, grounded out to third base his last time.
Yeah, that was a real close call over at first.
Yeah, it was. This one gets away, and Seagraves will wind up on at third base now.
Softball in the middle of the field again.
So Seagraves takes off, and he's on third. Johnson now has an opportunity as well to get an RBI. Johnson looking for his first RBI this season. Takes ball 1 there in the dirt. Mules now lead it 4-0. Huffman awaiting on deck. Here is the 1-0 pitch up high for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Mules 9 hits in the ball game. Kennett with 2 hits. 3 of those have been extra base hits for the Mules. Here is the 2-0 pitch. Inside pitch called a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Can you guess all the doubles so far today?
Dylan Hall, Noah Spain, and Bryce Dobbs.
Very good. You're paying attention.
Absolutely.
2 balls and a strike to Miles Johnson. Here is the pitch. Inside, called a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Huffman awaiting on deck. Huffman is 0 for 2. Grounded out to first, back in the second, popped out to center in the fourth. Mules are up by 4 runs here in the 5th. Here is the 3-1 offering.
Yeah, great job right there by Miles, putting runners on the corners with a big bat like Cade coming up.
So a 1-out walk, and Huffman now coming up to the plate. Huffman 0 for 2, would love to get something going here in this inning. He is coming in batting 143 this season, a couple of RBIs. He's got 1 hit this season. I'd love to make it number 2.
Yeah, I can see Miles taking off right here, putting himself in scoring position with Cade up to bat, with the runner on third.
He's got some speed. Fake over to third base. They were trying to get Miles, I think, to jump off of first.
Yeah.
Didn't work. Johnson, very smart base runner for the Mules.
Well, again, you got this lefty, so you got to be careful.
Brent Bell awaiting on deck. Mules lead by 4 runs. A couple of runners on. Runners on the corners for Cade Huffman. Here is the pitch. Good job by Johnson. You called it, took off, and he is on second base now.
I did. Now you owe me a blizzard.
I owe you a blizzard. Runners on second and third base. I think Tim is feeling generous today. So now Mules have 2 runners in scoring position. Huffman batting .200 this season with runners on second and third. Called a strike, good pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 runners on. Tell you what, all the pressure right now is on Kennett trying to keep this 4 runs. Mules have a couple of runners on.
Yeah, two big runs right here in scoring position for us. And
there's a rip. This one gets down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And Huffman with a big 2 RBI base hit. Mules now lead 6-0 with only 1 down here in the top of the 5th.
Great swing by Cade right there. Driving in 2 runs, big hit, big boost of confidence as well for that kid.
Big time hits there. Mules now lead 6-0. And now Brent Bell coming up to the plate. $6-0 is the score. Strike there. It is no balls and 1 strike. Mules have added 3 runs here in the inning. There's a strike called right down the pike. No balls and 2 strikes.
He's got to be aggressive right here, foul off anything close, we got to be swinging.
I would show you what I'm shaking my head about, but I don't want you to get concerned. I'll give you a hint. It's about Sunday. Enough said. In the dirt, good job there by Duncan to stop it, to keep it in front of him. Huffman stays on first base, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes here as Brent Bell steps in. This one pops it up. Williams goes over to give chase, and this one is hauled in. Boy, what a great job by Williams there on the fence line down the first baseline, able to make that pitch.
I could not even see that.
Williams did a great job. 2 down here in the inning. Ryan Tanchavez now coming up to the plate. 2 down here in the inning. Tanchavez walked and singled so far in the game. Strike is called. Good pitch. No balls and 1 strike. No balls and 1 strike to Tanchavez.
Here we go.
Back over to first base, not in time. Good heads-up play there by Huffman, able to slide in underneath the tag. This one's popped straight up. Catcher Neville calls everybody off, and the side is retired, but not before the Mules end up putting 3 runs on the board, 2 hits, and a runner left on first base. We are going to the home half of inning number 5. It'll be Franklin, Leaker, and Duncan, 8, 9, and 1. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Hey Mules fans, hungry for a deal? Head over to Subway in Poplar Bluff where you can buy 2, get 1 free on footlong subs all day long. Whether you're fueling up before the big game or celebrating a win, Subway has you covered. Don't forget to ask about our team deals and catering options. Perfect for any sports event or team gathering. Subway, food that fuels the Mules.
At Air Solutions, your home's comfort matters. And for many years, Air Solutions has been the area's trusted local name for heating and cooling. Their unmatched expertise keep your home running perfectly and comfortably year-round. Whether that's keeping you cool in summer, warm in winter, or the lights on during a power outage, Air Solutions' skilled professionals are ready to serve you. And they always respect your time and hard-earned money. For reliable and honest service, trust Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff, 573-840-0844.
All right, so we are back in the home half of inning number 5. Mules right now, they lead 6-0. By the way, Portageville right now leading Notre Dame in baseball, top of the 4th inning, 11-5.
All right. Need to try to keep the pitch count down right now and get out of this inning pretty quick.
So Spain comes in, Franklin digs in. This one fouled away to the screen. We are off and running here in the home half of inning number 5. Franklin has struck out his first time back in the 2nd inning. He is 0 for 1. Coming up next will be Leaker. He is in the 9 spot, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Good pitch there by Noah Spain.
And it's such a beautiful day.
It really is. Downstairs for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It is now 6 p.m. on this Tuesday. So glad to have you alongside Brandon Spain alongside. I'm Frankie Castile, and the way that Brandon explained him, the man, the myth, the legend, Tim Hicks on the camera. How about that, Tim?
Oh,
fouled away.
Right off Tim's head.
Right off his head, too. He was too busy taking a bow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-0 the score. Mules here leading it. Got 2 runs in the first, 1 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 5th. Outside, count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch number 67 coming up for the senior. Two balls and 2 strikes. Mules have strung together 10 hits so far in the ball game. Here is the 2-2 pitch.
Yeah.
And right down the middle for a called strike.
Nice little backwards K right there.
1 down in the inning. In case you're keeping score at home, that is the first backwards K all ball game. That is the 3rd strikeout for the Mules senior. He's got 9 on the season. Sykeston falls to Jackson this afternoon at 10-0. This one is popped up. This one going out toward right field, and Huffman making the routine catch as Will Leaker pops out on the first pitch.
Great job by Cade right there, finding it. The sun's right in his face.
Right in his eyes.
Great job by him being able to locate that ball.
So Sykeston winning today, or I should say Jackson winning today. Notre Dame right now, they are trailing, and the Mules right now leading Kennett.
What'd you say the score was of the Sykeston-Jackson game?
10-0. That's a final, by the way.
And Sykeston, they were up, I believe they were 3-0 going into the game. So
no balls in a strike.
Led by senior Luke Gadberry, great kid.
2-sport player as well.
Yeah.
Plays football. Here is the 0-1 pitch, make it 0-2, right down the middle. No balls and 2 strikes. Looks like the softball game is wrapped up behind us. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. And side is retired. So 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of inning number 6. It'll be 8, or make that 9, 1 and 2. Cooper, Hall, and Tabanera win. We come back. We're back in 1 minute. Mules lead 6-0 on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Insurance decisions shouldn't be a shot in the dark. With expert advice, personalized service, and a wide range of carriers, Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners should be your first choice. We're not just experienced agents. We're your partners. We offer a wide range of carriers for tailored coverage and better rates. So expect a handshake, a chat, and solutions that fit, like a well-tailored suit. For auto, home, business, life, health, and even Medicare, make Ozark Legacy Insurance Partners your first choice for insurance. It's our family protecting your family.
Poplar Bluff Monument Works is dedicated to care, compassion, and community. For more than 50 years and passed down through generations, Poplar Bluff Monument Works has been an important piece of our community, standing with us in our most difficult moments while we grieve the loss of a loved one. Poplar Bluff Monument Works is there to guide you through the entire process. From vision and design concepts to the expertly etched stone monument that beautifully reflects your loved one's life. Poplar Bluff Monument Works, memories carved in stone.
We are back here live as we get ready for the top of inning number 6, and pitches per inning look like this for Noah Spain. 19 in the first inning, 13 in the second, 7 in the third, 22 in the fourth, and only 10 in that 5th inning. He is looking good as this game wears on, Mr. Spain.
Yeah, and here we go, starting in the top of the 6th. First baseman Drew Cooper leading the Mules off right now, and look to get a base runner right here.
So Cooper now steps in. Cooper singled back in at the 4th inning. Here is the pitch on the way. Inside, pitch called a strike.
You know, Drew's doing a real good job at first base today. A couple of those pickoff plays.
Scoreboard here has malfunctioned, it looks like. It is 6-0 the score. There's a ground ball. Chopper right to the shortstop. Anderson hesitated, but still able to throw over in time. Boy, Anderson got lucky on that one because he played that one, then he backed up a little bit, but still able to throw the runner out at first base.
Yeah, good adjustment right there. Those choppers are hard to judge, but great job by the shortstop. Dylan Hall stepping up to the plate for the Mules.
Did you say, I don't know where I got this from, I got a pretty good idea, strike one. there by Dylan Hall. Did you say that you can out-hit Dylan Hall sometime? Is that what you said?
All day, every day.
All day, every day, he said. We'll get that on camera, by the way. We'll set that up.
We're talking about off a tee, right?
We're not talking. No, we're talking live arm.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
No. We're talking live arm.
Oh.
We'll get that on camera.
Slow pitch softball?
No balls and 2 strikes here. The Mules center fielder.
Who's throwing?
That'll be to be determined later date and time. I won't have Tyler Mathis throw, let me tell you. He has trouble throwing in practice. I can say that because he's on first base right now. This one's a ground ball to Anderson. He's got to hurry over to first base. Got him by a step. Got him by a step as Hall turned up the heat as he left the batter's box.
Yeah, great job by the shortstop. Dylan's so quick and so fast. I mean, he's a leadoff for a reason, and he was flying down the first baseline. But like you said, got him just by a step. But he didn't have much more time.
No, he did not. It is just after 6 o'clock, and Tabanera 2 down. Tabanera is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Takes first pitch in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 the count. Mules lead by 6 runs here in the 6th. This one has popped up down the first base line. Williams giving chase, and it gets out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. You're going to have a busy day on Saturday.
I am.
You got 3 games or 2 games on Saturday? I've got 2.
I may just have 2.
Okay. I've only got 2. Tim, you got 3.
All right.
No balls and 2 strikes. There's a smack. This one, get down for a base hit. Yes, sir. Tabanera doing his job.
Great job
2 out
Marcus.
hit. His second one of the day. Boy, he is just such a confident hitter.
He really is.
He's really getting more confidence each and every game. Great kid as well. 2 down, and Noah Spain coming up to the plate. Couple of hits on the afternoon so far. I say make it number 3. What do you say, number 11?
Let's do it.
2 down here in the inning. Tabanera standing at first base. Here is the pitch on the way outside. Good job by Duncan. He's able to get up quickly and keep that runner at first. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 the count. 6-0 is the score. Strike is called. Back over to first base, and this one gets away. Tabanera says, I'll stay put. He wanted to take off, but he didn't.
Yeah, good discipline right there to stay put. It didn't get too far off of the bag, so heads up play.
1-1 the count. Spain digs in. Couple of hits already today. This one downstairs once again. Duncan, what a great job keeping that in front of him.
Yeah, great job right there by the catcher.
Keeping Tabanera on first base. 2-1 the count. Mules lead 6-0. Mules 11 hits in this ball game. 2-1 the count. There's a rip, and this one's going to go just foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Great stick right there.
Saw him yesterday, and he made sure that we were going to be at the game today. He said, you're going to be at the game, and I said, I'll be at every game going forward. I should be.
There you go.
Ain't going to miss it.
These guys love having you there.
They're good kids. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside pitch called a ball. I told Dr. Ivy, the high school principal, this would probably be my last year doing graduation, seeing these kids graduate, and then I want to hang it up.
All right.
Let somebody else do it, I think.
Okay.
I say that now, but I'm sure she'll sweet talk me into coming back next year.
All it takes is a blizzard.
All it takes is a blizzard. Fouled away to the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to remember how many years now I've done graduations. Been a while, been a few. Spain now digs in.
Do you go over, do you practice all the names?
I really do. And what's really unique about that is we do rehearsal, and Spain draws a 2-out walk. Runners on first and second base now, and Bryce Dobbs coming up to the plate. A 2-out hit to Tabanera, and now a walk. So we do rehearsal, and what's amazing is after every rehearsal, they will tell the kids, they'll make an announcement, if I got their name wrong in the first place, to come and see me and let me know. I would say maybe 25% of what I get wrong shows up to tell me. So I've got a bulletproof system. And what I do is I always hold my own microphone, and before I call that name, if I can't say that name, I'll put the mic down and I'll ask you, what's your name again? And as soon as they say it, I'm repeating it right back to them.
There you go.
And I've only gotten one name wrong in about 5 years. And that was Lanny's daughter's name, and that was a hard name, Corchemili, and I felt bad about things. I butchered it so bad.
But look at you. You just said it so flawlessly.
I did now. He never lets me live it down. Every time I see him, he'll always say, oh, you got my kid's name wrong. That's what he always says every time I see him. No balls and 1 strike. Runners on first and second base. Here is the pitch. This one's popped up by Dobbs. This one going back toward the wall. It's going to get down for a hit. 1 run is going to come in. Spain is rounding third. Here is the throw in, and another 2 RBI double by the Mules catcher and Bryce Dobbs.
Great piece of hitting right there. Burnt the center fielder. Pretty sure it hit off the bottom of the wall right there. So that's going to be a tough ball to catch the way he was playing in. So what was that?
2 RBI double.
Yeah. And number 5, I believe that's Grant Hill coming in to pitch run.
Miles Johnson now coming up to the plate. And who did you say was on second?
I believe that's Grant Hill.
Grant Hill, number 5, going to be the courtesy runner there on second. Well, I tell you what, Dobbs here in this ball game, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, great job.
8-0 the score, and by the way, this is all with 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure last year we had a few 2-out rallies.
We have, and today we're starting off good.
Today we're seeing that take place again. So great job by the Mules, just staying confident when they're getting up to the plate, staying calm, staying in control of the situation. So finding your pitch. And
Miles Johnson looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 1. He's a couple of walks and ground out to third. There's a rip. This one gets in there for a base hit. There you go, Mr. Johnson. He bobbled it at third or at right field, and the Mules will come in and score. And over to second base is not in time.
Great job by Miles right there to find the gap between second and first base, and then heads up base running by him as well to be able to go ahead and advance himself to second base.
Yep, Leaker bobbled it just enough for the air, but the Mules able to score another run. It is an RBI base hit by Johnson. His first hit of the ball game. Mules now lead 9-0. Cade Huffman now stands in, the big lefty, 2 RBI base hit last inning. This one is downstairs for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Mules 13 hits in the ball game on 9 runs. Fantastic. Mules got 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 3 in the fifth, and 3 in the sixth. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Strike is called. Make that 1. Now it's 1-1. 1-1 the count. The big lefty there, Cade Huffman, a junior. This kid's got a lot of power.
Yeah, he really does.
This one misses for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count. Coach Patillo standing on third base, and Tyler Mathis on first. There's a rip. This one, it gets down for another base hit. They'll have the runners on first and third. Johnson. Ball comes in, and Huffman is going to end up coming to second base.
Two big back-to-back hits right there for Cade.
So now second and third base, Mules have them. Second and third, Brent Bell coming up to the plate now. Two big hits by Huffman the last 2 innings. Mules now with 14 hits altogether. And now Brent Bell would love to get his first hit today as well. I say, why not? Let's get it done.
Go ahead.
Runners on second and third base with 2 down in the inning. Downstairs for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. So the inning began with a ground out to shortstop by Cooper and by Hall, a base hit by Tabanera, a walk to Spain, a 2 RBI double by Dobbs, and then base hits by Johnson, an RBI, and a base hit by Huffman. All with 2 down here in the inning.
Yeah, it's a great stretch right here for the Mules, and look to Brant to go ahead and add to this inning.
1-1 the count.
I'm sure his mom, Allison, would agree.
I believe you're right. Neville looks back at the runners, and this one fouled it away. Just got a tip on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Neelyville getting a big win over Zenith Hornersville today. They win 10-0. Congratulations to Coach Dave Crockett and his team on a big win. Lots of baseball going on. This one gets away. Good job by Duncan again at keeping it in front of him. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keith Johnson there on third base. By the way, in case you're wondering, Coach asked me how come I didn't wear my jersey that I was given last banquet. We said the first home game. I'll wear that on Saturday.
All right.
There's a rip by Bell. This one out toward right field, and going over to make the catch is Leaker, and the inning will come to a close, but not before the Mules end up putting up 3 runs on 4 hits, stranding 2 runners. We go to the home half of inning number 6. Mules now lead 9-0. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Russian Towing and Automotive is here to help. A cracked windshield or unexpected car trouble? Russian Towing has you covered. Since 1956, the Russian family has been dedicated to keeping our roads safe. Now Russian's Towing offers comprehensive auto repairs, on-site windshield repairs, and full windshield replacements. Whether it's a cracked windshield, an oil change, unexpected car trouble, or you need a tow, it's Russians to the rescue at 573-785-6349.
Bottom half of inning number 6 now. Mules extending their lead. They lead at 9-0. Anderson, Gilmore, and Franklin all due up in the inning. Poplar Bluff extending their lead. 3 more runs added in that last inning. Poplar Bluff overall 9 runs, Brandon, on 14 hits, a couple of errors. Meanwhile, Kennett no runs on 2 hits and 3 errors.
Yeah, great day of hitting for the Mules. Just really being patient at the plate, being disciplined, finding the pitch that they want, and driving it. Great first pitch strike right there by Noah. Swing and miss.
Tim said, by the way, he can outpitch Noah. I'm not sure if that's true, but we're going to find out this year.
Okay, let's do it.
Spain. No balls and 1 strike. This one just misses a little high. 1 ball and 1 strike to Cade Anderson, the shortstop. Anderson is 0 for 2, struck out back in the first and grounded out to third base in the third. Here is the pitch on the way, up high. 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count.
I guess Tam went to go warm up in the bullpen.
I think so. He's not sure where he went. 3 balls and 1 strike. You may have to go do camera duty. I'm not sure where the guy went. Probably signing autographs somewhere, knowing him.
Yeah, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, 3 balls and 1 strike here is Spain. Here is the offering on the way. There's a rip, and this one out toward shortstop. Johnson gives chase and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. When that ball was hit, I was thinking that was going to center field.
Yeah, it went straight up in the grass behind the pitcher's mound right there. Great job by Miles getting an eye on it. And again, I really do believe this sun's pretty rough out there for our fielders, and the shadows right here at the plate kind of makes everything look a little different.
But it's good for us.
It's great for us.
I'll be honest with you.
I mean, it's great for us, but you can tell Tab's out there right now just trying to see the pitch and what's happening. So
up high, this pitch that time to Hayden Gilmore. No balls and 1 ball, no strikes. Gilmore is 0 for 2 in the ball game to this point. Popped out to second base back in the first and popped out to right field in the fourth. Here is the 1-0 pitch. This one has popped straight up as well. Miles Johnson giving chase and makes the catch, and Gilmore in frustration knew that he did not get all of that one. 2 up and 2 down here in the 6th inning. 2 down, 2 pop outs to Miles Johnson. And now coming up to the plate is Cash Franklin at number 25. He has walked, caught stealing back in the fourth, and popped out to second base in the first.
Good
Takes ball
right
1.
there.
1 ball, no strikes.
Good, how are you doing?
1 ball, no strikes here. Pitch number 80 coming up. This one got him, I think, on the hand. Rode up inside, and there is the first hit by pitch. Runner on first base with 2 down. Caden Pruitt now coming up to the plate. You all right, Tim? We good? You took off on it. We signing autographs again? Hit by pitch. Runner on first base. 2 down in the inning. Pruitt now was 1 for 2 this afternoon. Singled back in the fourth. Outside for a ball.
Yeah,
1 ball, no strikes.
He's just got to settle down right here and just go get it. He's got 2 outs. Great defense playing behind him right now. Just got to lock in, kid. As his brothers would say, just lock in.
That's right. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down here in the inning. Mules lead by 9. This one fouled away to the third base dugout. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Mules trying to get their first win, well on their way getting their first win here in the SEMO Conference. Our ball game being brought to you by Ozark Total Healthcare, Senator Jason Bean, Maverick Glass, Edmondson, and Holt Attorneys at Law. Also Air Solutions and Larry Hillis Dodge. 1-1 the count. Spain comes set up high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. So now 2-1 the count. Mules will have a couple of days off to get ready for a doubleheader on Saturday as of right now. Twin Rivers and Van Buren come to town. 2-1 the count. Spain comes set. Here's the pitch. Oh, good pitch up high. Swing and a miss.
Just 1 more, kid. Here we go.
2-2 the count. Pitch number 85 on the way. Well, I'll tell you what, this defense has played a really good ball game today for Poplar Bluff.
Yeah, they've looked great back here and just really settled in. And
downstairs, good job by Dobbs to keep that one in front of him. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Franklin on first base. He'll take off on the pitch. It is a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes as Spain steps off the mound for just a moment.
Yeah, good job right there. Just reset yourself. And
pitch number 15 coming up in the inning for the senior. And just misses up a little high.
Great pitch.
Runners on first and second base now.
I don't think Patillo was too happy about that call, but.
And we're going to get a mound visit here to talk to his senior pitcher. We'll see if he decides to stay with him. I believe he's going to stay with him. Our ball game here is being brought to you by Eye Care Specialist, Christian Automotive and Tire. Also being brought to you by Subway, and we might have a pitching change. We will. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in 1 minute. We will have a pitching change. When we come back, Mules lead at 9-0. The Indians have runners on first and second base, 2 down in the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Here's a quick and easy test to see if you need new tires. Insert a penny upside down, and if you see the top of Honest Abe's head, your tread is too low. If you don't, you're good to go. So when it's time for new tires, remember, Christian Automotive and Tire, keeping you safe on the road.
Imagine playing sports, reading, or driving without needing contact lenses or glasses. The eye LASIK procedure at Eye Care Specialists could be the answer to help you improve your vision. Call Eye Care Specialists to schedule a free screening.
Maverick Glass offers repair of automotive, commercial, and residential glass, including mobile repair services. From a chipped windshield to a custom glass shower, remember Maverick Glass. Thank you for making Maverick Glass the area's leading glass company for more than 30 years. Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
So the new pitcher coming in for the Mules from third base is Ryan Tanchavez, making his 3rd appearance of the season. He has pitched 2 2/3 innings. So far, he has faced 10 batters. He is giving up no hits, 2 runs, none earned. He has walked none, struck out 3. By the way, Spain, what a ball game he has had today, folks. He pitched a gem, 5 2/3 innings. 23 batters faced, 86 pitches overall. 2 hits, no runs. He walked 4, struck out 4 as well. Just an amazing outing by the senior. And now Tanchavez will come in and try to close the door.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and finish this thing.
So up to the plate now is Owen Williams. He is 1 for 1 today. First pitch is up high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners on first and second base. Mules lead by 9. Williams walked in the 2nd inning, singled in the 4th. He has been on base both times. He has been at bat today. This one popped up out of play behind us. It'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. Right now, Portageville leading Notre Dame, bottom of the 5th inning, 11-6. This one just misses for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strikes.
Ron's going to be a fun kid to watch to grow over the next few years, just a sophomore, and can play multiple positions, play first base, play shortstop, play third base.
Just misses inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tanchavez now making his 3rd appearance of the season. 2 2/3 innings so far this year. He's going to be a fun kid, only a sophomore.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Swing and fouled this one away. Hey, Tim, if you don't mind, you mind moving that microphone back around? I think it was kicked over by accident.
We've got, pretty sure Ryan, I think our first view of him last year was in Gulf Shores.
It was at Gulf Shores, first game.
I think he came in to pitch.
Sure did.
And as a freshman. So
it was a windy ball game
that day.
I remember that first day, in the evening time, once we got done with the ball game and whatnot, I remember that we all went out on the beach that night for a little service prayer, and it was very windy.
It really was.
And the bases now are loaded.
That whole trip, there was a lot of wind. I mean, it wasn't like it's not what you would call a beach trip by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, the kids couldn't even get on the beach really because
wasn't there
the
like
wind
some
and
kind of
storms
there wasn't a tropical storm nearby, was there? I know that we had rip tides and
yeah, it was just
rip
rough.
currents and all of that nonsense.
I think we had one day of
the last day we were there was perfect.
It was perfect.
Bases loaded, up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes now. Ryan Tanchavez came in with runners on first and second base. Franklin hit by a pitch, and then back-to-back walks to Pruitt and Williams. 2 down in the inning.
We just got to lock in, battle out of this right here.
Just need the 1 out. There's a rip. This one is popped up, and this one out toward center field. Hall makes the catch, and the inning will come to a close. 3 left on base. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Tanchavez, Cooper, and Hall are all due up. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Poplar Bluff Monument Works is dedicated to care, compassion, and community. For more than 50 years and passed down through generations, Poplar Bluff Monument Works has been an important piece of our community, standing with us in our most difficult moments while we grieve the loss of a loved one. Poplar Bluff Monument Works is there to guide you through the entire process. From vision and design concepts to the expertly etched stone monument that beautifully reflects your loved one's life. Poplar Bluff Monument Works, memories carved in stone.
All right, so we are back here as we get ready for the top of inning number 7. What a great job there by Tanchavez to come in. Runners on first and second base, gave up a walk, and then a pop out to center field.
Yeah, my base is loaded right there. Great job by the young sophomore to be able to get out of that. And I'm not going to lie, as soon as it was hit to center field, I mean, I had all the confidence in the world. I mean, Dylan Hall standing out there, you know?
Absolutely. So we are in the top of inning at number 7 now.
It's literally right there.
3 base runners left on, couple of walks. This one is popped up by Tanchavez. This one's going to get in for a base hit.
That's just kind of in no man's land right there. Again, sun in the face of the first baseman and the second baseman, dropped right in between them as they're trying to move. Opposite field hit. Great job. Looks like Remy Season Good's coming in.
3 for 8. 3 for 8.
So Remy Season Good going to be hitting for Drew Cooper. Ryan Tanchavez still on first base. No outs here at the top of the 7th.
So now Tanchavez, as he is on at first base. 1 ball and no strikes. We are in at the top of inning number 7.
Where'd he go?
Now the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count here. Remington Season Good is now batting with a runner on first base. Nobody out here in the inning. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now here in the top of inning number 7. Mules leading it here 9-0. Tanchavez will be the man in the bottom half of the inning, I would imagine, for the Mules to close the door on the Indians.
Yeah, I would appear.
Fouled away. That one may have caught Duncan a little bit. Looks like he's favoring his right hand.
Umpire's going to buy him a little time to shake that off.
Well, I'll tell you what, Duncan's a tough kid, no doubt about it.
He is. He's done an incredible job blocking back here. To me, that's probably one of the toughest things to do as a catcher. I think something I definitely do not want to do.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Remington season good, getting his first at bat here in the ball game.
And now you said you could out-catch and out-block Bryce Dobbs.
I did not say
behind
that.
The plate.
I know better than that.
That's what he said. So we're gonna
No.
set that up.
No, I know better than that.
And we're just gonna throw at him and see if he can block him. Yeah.
There's a ground ball. This one hit to the second baseman. Brown underhands to first base and got him by about a step. Good job there by John Baker Brown, runner on second base with a one down. He goes 5 or make that 4-3 on the out.
Caden Jenkins coming in to hit for Dylan Hall.
Jenkins now
1 spot.
Takes the first pitch, and this one right back to the pitcher and doubled off of first base. And that is how the inning will come to a close. But that was a great job. Good heads-up play there by the pitcher.
Yeah.
We go to the home half of the 7th inning. Mules up by 9 runs. We're back in 1 minute on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Welcome to Ozark Total Healthcare. Here we understand that every family's healthcare needs are unique. Whether you're looking for primary care, behavioral health, physical therapy, or hospice care, our compassionate team is here to support you in every stage of life. Plus, our comprehensive pharmacy and medical equipment service means you can find everything you need right under one roof. Remember, at Ozark Total Healthcare, it's one call, one team, one solution. Visit ozarktotalhealthcare.com or call 573-686-5510 to learn more.
Pizza Inn wants to know, what's your favorite slice? Is it our classic Supreme in all its warm, cheesy goodness? Or maybe it's the Meaty Max with its perfect combination of flavors and textures. And don't forget the fan favorite chocolate chip cookie dessert pizza, a mouth-watering masterpiece. Your Poplar Bluff Pizza Inn serves up all your favorites, so no matter what slice you crave, Pizza Inn will satisfy. Pizza Inn, where family and flavor meet.
So we are in the home half of inning number 7 now. And for Poplar Bluff, they are just 3 outs away from getting this win and getting their first win of the SEMO Conference.
So we got a lot of changes in here. Looks like Grant Hill's come into third base. And Beckett Baldwin is now playing second base. Kay Jenkins moves up to play first base.
No, it's Kate Huffman.
Kate Huffman, sorry. Kate Jenkins is out in center field. Remy Seasongood looks like he is playing in left. And I cannot see who right field is, number 13. No, 17.
No, that's 13.
13. So
yeah, Brent Bell.
Brent Bell's moved over to right field. What do you think about that? I didn't use binoculars.
You said 17. I'm getting all of them. Thank you.
I'm having to look through the fence at an angle, man.
You said 17. You were wrong. You said 17.
I got the rest of
Who's out in left field?
That is Remy Seasongood.
Very good. Here is the first pitch by Tanchavez inside for a ball. We're off and running here in this home half of the 7th inning. Who's at third base?
Grant Hill, number 5.
Very good. I didn't know that. Inside pitch is ball 2. Miles Johnson staying in at shortstop.
Beckett Baldwin's at second.
Good pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here is the 2-1 pitch on the way by Tanchavez. Swing and a miss. Boy, good pitch. Count is even now at 2-2.
Good movement right there.
Two the count. And
Great
strike
pitch.
3 is called. Woo, what a pitch.
Great pitch, catches the outside corner right there.
What a pitch that one was. Zane Franklin striking out for a 3rd time in this game.
Come on, Will.
Third time in the ball game striking out. And now coming up to the plate, Will Leaker for the Indians. Tanchavez now comes set. This one is popped up. This one called off by Johnson. Johnson underneath it, and he makes the catch for the out. 2 down here in the inning. Boy, good job there by Johnson. 2 away. Mules are 1 out away from getting their first win in the SEMO Conference.
Yeah, great day to be able to come over here to.
This one is popped up down the line. This one may get out of play as Bell goes down the line and cannot make a play on it. No balls and 1 strike. 2 away here in the 7th. Coming up after this one, we'll talk live to head coach John David Patillo. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Boy, Tanchavez looks good here in this inning.
Yeah, he looks great. Real settled right now.
Caleb Duncan, he is 0 for 2. He walked in the first, grounded out in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. All right, Tanchavez, let's finish strong. There's a ground ball hit to Miles Johnson. Takes it on a hop, and the Mules come away with the win. Big time win for the Mules. It took just 2 hours and 16 minutes to complete this ball game. Mules get the win 9-0. We'll come back and we'll have totals in a moment. You're watching and listening to Mules Baseball. Mules get the win 9-0. We're coming right back on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network. And we are back here live with our post-game report. The Mules getting a win 9-0 this afternoon over the Kennett Indians. It took 2 hours and 16 minutes. Joining us right now, the MVP of the ball game. No, I'm kidding. Coach John David Patillo. Tell you what, Coach, your team, they did a great job here all afternoon. Multiple extra base hits here in the ball game. Go back to the first inning. Knew today was going to be special with Dylan Hall, Noah Spain. 2 doubles in that first inning, scoring a couple of runs. Tell me how that set the pace in this ball game.
Well, it did. It set the tone, and guys did a good job. And we kind of hit a lull there, for about 5 or 6 hitters where we all of a sudden kind of got away from our approach and didn't look as good. But they came back. We scored those 2 early runs. got another run. We made a few base running mistakes, but, you know, all in all, I thought our guys handled themselves, especially later in the game. When we needed to make a pitch or make a play, we did, and that's what I was pleased with. Defensively and pitching, Noah pitched really well. And, you know, he's just going to be that workhorse like Bratcher's been for us. You know, he's that kind of kid. And so, you know, he had a great day out there. And then
I thought Tanchavez